You've been waiting. Waiting for a breakthrough. Waiting for restoration. I understand the frustration, the discouragement, the fatigue that comes with feeling like you've been stuck in a season of waiting, yet nothing seems to change. But hear me clearly. There is something powerful happening even in the silence. God is not absent. He is working behind the scenes. And today I'm here to tell you that your breakthrough is closer than you think. I want to show you 7 clear signs that indicate your restoration is not just a distant dream, but an imminent reality. The first sign is the testing of your faith. When you are nearing your breakthrough, your faith will face the fiercest trials. It's as if the very foundation of what you believe in is being shaken, and every ounce of doubt seems to rise to the surface. This is not a sign of abandonment. It's a sign that you are being refined for the new season that's coming. A tested faith is a faith that is ready for the greater work ahead. You may feel exhausted, but remember that trials purify. And in that purification, your faith becomes stronger, more resilient, and more ready for the abundant blessing that God is preparing for you. The fact that you've made it through every trial means you are ready for what's next. Do not allow the testing of your faith to discourage you. It is preparing you for the overflow of God's grace and mercy that is soon to manifest in your life. The second sign is an increase in opposition. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the more intense the attacks will become. It will seem as though everything that could go wrong is going wrong. But let me tell you, opposition is a sign that the enemy recognizes what's on your life and what's coming. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the harder the enemy will fight to keep you from reaching it. It is during these times when opposition is the fiercest that you must stand firm in the promise God has given you. You are not facing these challenges by accident. Every obstacle, every attack is confirmation that you are on the verge of something greater. Opposition is often a sign that you are about to step into the fullness of your purpose. Don't be disheartened by it. Instead, recognize that your breakthrough is so close that the enemy is throwing everything in his power to stop you. Keep moving forward because victory is already yours. Today, there's a guy by the name of, the third sign is that you've begun to let go of old habits, relationships, and things that no longer serve your purpose. When restoration is near, God will lead you through a process of pruning. This pruning may feel painful as it requires you to release what you've held on to for so long. But understand that when God removes what is old, it is because He has something new, something better waiting for you. Your breakthrough cannot fully manifest if you are holding on to what is familiar but unfruitful. You may have experienced loss, disappointments, or even people walking away from your life. But know this: every loss has made room for a greater gain. You are being prepared for the new assignments, new opportunities, and new relationships that are part of the breakthrough you're about to experience. Letting go is a sign of trust, and trust is the key to receiving what God has for you in this next season. The fourth sign is that you are beginning to feel hope stir in your heart once more. After months or even years of disappointment, you may have thought that hope had eluded you. But out of nowhere, you feel that spark again. You begin to dream again, to believe that things can change and that restoration is possible. This stirring of hope is not coincidental. It's God's way of letting you know that His timing is at hand. Hope is the fuel that propels you forward. And God is reigniting that fire within you because He knows your breakthrough is right around the corner. When hope is restored, it means that your heart is ready to receive all that God has in store for you. Don't ignore this stirring. It's a sign that your expectations are aligning with what God is about to bring into your life. Hold on to that hope and allow it to lead you into the fullness of your breakthrough. The fifth sign is the sudden appearance of unexpected favor. It seems as though doors are opening for you that you never thought possible. And opportunities are coming to you without you even seeking them. This favor is a sign that God is positioning you for something greater. When favor begins to show up in your life, it's a clear indication that God is moving in ways you can't see or fully understand. Favor is not earned, it is given. And it's a reflection of God's grace. You may not be qualified, you may not have the experience or the connections, but when God's favor is on your life, everything changes. This is the season where doors that were once closed begin to swing wide open. Embrace this favor and know that it's a sign that your breakthrough is drawing near. God is preparing to place you in positions that will launch you into your next level. The sixth sign is spiritual maturity. During your waiting period, you may have struggled with doubt, frustration, or even fear. But if you look closely, you'll see that something has changed within you. You've grown stronger in your faith, more patient, more trusting in God's perfect timing. This maturity is a sign that you are being prepared to handle the blessings that are coming your way. A person who is spiritually mature is able to handle the weight of the breakthrough without being overwhelmed. You've learned how to wait on God, how to trust Him even when things don't make sense, and how to persevere when everything around you seems to be falling apart. This growth is essential because your breakthrough will require a level of wisdom and discernment that you can only gain through spiritual maturity. Recognize that God is not only preparing your circumstances, but He is also preparing you for the responsibility that comes with your breakthrough. Woo! The final sign is a profound sense of peace in the midst of your storm. Despite the chaos around you, you feel an unexplainable peace that surpasses understanding. This peace is the assurance that God is in control and that He has already ordained the victory. It's the kind of peace that doesn't make sense in the natural, but it comes from knowing that you are in God's hands. This peace will be your anchor during the final stretch of your waiting period. It is a sign that your breakthrough is near and that God is preparing to calm the storm and bring you into a place of rest and restoration. When you feel this peace, take heart, because it means that God is working in ways that you cannot see, orchestrating everything for your good. This peace is the confirmation that your waiting season is coming to a close and your breakthrough is drawing near. As you embrace this peace, it's important to understand that it's not a passive peace, but one that empowers you to stand firm and hold fast to your faith. You've seen the trials, you've encountered the storms, but this peace anchors your soul in the midst of them. You no longer feel overwhelmed or tossed by the waves of life because you've shifted your focus from the storm to the one who calms it. When peace enters your heart, It is not only a sign that your breakthrough is imminent, but also that you are ready to walk into it with confidence and stability. God is preparing to restore everything that was lost, to replace the sorrow with joy, and to bring you into a season of abundance. This peace that you're experiencing is a reflection of the trust you've developed in God's plan. You are no longer questioning His timing, but instead you're resting in the assurance that He has everything under control. So in the midst of waiting, remember that peace is not a sign of inactivity, but a sign of divine assurance. It tells you that the work is already in motion, even if you cannot see it yet. It assures you that everything you've been through has been part of the preparation for the breakthrough that is just ahead. Keep moving forward in peace, knowing that your restoration is already on its way. You may not see the manifestation just yet, but as you embrace this peace, you are walking in the reality of God's promise. And it's